Hello and welcome to the show. Now, if you were to ask somebody, even a non-car person over in Europe, to name an American car, there is a pretty damn good chance that the one that they would come up with is the Ford Mustang. No, it may not have been the fastest, most exciting car of the era, but it was by far and away the most popular and the most recognisable. Hell, I think it's the only sort of pony car slash muscle car to have continuous production in one form or another. Yes, there were some bad ones, but it has been around for a very long time. It is a very, very recognisable vehicle. There have been many generations and many models, and there are an awful lot of them in Forza Horizon 4. Enough for us to fill a grid with all sorts of different ones. We have classic ones, we have modern ones, we have some crazy race versions and all sorts of bits and pieces, which is why we decided to have a little bit of fun and go racing with a whole selection of Mustangs in S1 class. Now that means for the classic vehicles, they were going to have some quite serious upgrades. Hell, the car that I was going to be representing, the Shelby 1000, this most recent one to come to Horizon 4, has, well, as the name suggests, getting on 1,000 horsepower. It was going to be a rather powerful grid of cars, this one. So, for our first race with the horde of Mustangs, we have come to the Astmore Heritage Circuit. I'm hoping the Shelby 1000 is... I also love how everything here is Ford, Shelby! But yes, I'm hoping the Shelby 1000 is going to be half decent. It's maybe not quite going to have the grip of the really modern Mustangs. It's not going to have the brutal power of the classic cars either, but it's going to be more controllable. It might be somewhere in the middle. Either it's going to be sort of not strong enough anywhere, or it's going to be a good overall car. Oh, there goes the classic cars having a big wiggle. That is to be expected. Big slide from the Mach 1. Now, we don't often race S1 class. This is quite quick. Oh, God, it's been a little while since I've driven cars this sort of level of speed. Oh, there's a corner coming up there. I mean, the Shelby 1000 is not exactly the most sophisticated, or the Mustang that this is based on, I should say, is not exactly the most sophisticated of cars, as the GT500 comes flying past from a similar era. Are we quicker than it in a straight line, though? Yeah, probably. The modern GT500 and 350R are not able to match these cars for sheer brute force. We had definitely got the straight line speed there, but do I have the handling? Not quite. It is the Mustang Boss, actually, that's leading the way from a drift Mustang. Then it's the... oh, God, the older GT500 battling the 350R. We are up into a 5th position here at the moment. Try not to have a crash on the exit there. I'm surprised to see the Mustang Boss lead the way, but it is. Here comes the 65 Mustang. I mean, they have got like 1,500 horsepower, some of the classic cars here. Well, we wanted to keep cars with standard engines. Of course, the classics can't get to the top of S1 class with standard engines, so there are a couple running V12s and V10s that have been swapped in to them. Oh, here we go. We're onto this straight now. Yeah, I think what I said at the start might be about right, or the fear part might be about right, where it's distinctly middle of the road. It's not quite quick enough. Oh, the drift car's taken the lead of the race. Actually, that might be the most powerful car here at 1,500 horsepower. No, 1,800 horsepower. We're talking silly numbers here. I should also, I am going to say, we're filming this having just done the 100 horsepower racing. I have 10 times the power in this as I did in the 205, and I should point out that certainly a couple of cars here have more power than the entire grid had in the previous race. So, you know, there is that. There's quite a big fight going on up ahead. We're going to go, try and carry some speed into this corner. This is a very important corner on the track. You've got to get the run onto the back straight correct. Curiously, the GT500 is battling up there with the drift car. We've had a good lap so far, and we've maybe actually made some time up. We're flying up towards that 350R, but, you know, we're going to fall back. I don't think Danger Man just is strong. I mean, you're really fighting with the classic cars here. They are not designed to deal with it. I mean, my Mustang is supposed to have this level of horsepower. It is lightly upgraded to 1015 I have going on in this. So I mean, this was intended to have this level of power. The Mustang Boss, while a good car for the time, was not intended to have the level of power that it is running in this. The drift car is battling side by side with the GT500. We are catching up to Liam here. If we don't do anything stupid, we might have a chance at 4th before the end of the race. The GT500 is going to try and make a pass for the lead. I just can't carry any speed through there. I got that corner wrong this time. It makes such a big difference. We just couldn't quite get it turned in time, but we'll go barreling down the next straight. It's a mad kind of racing, that's for sure. Please turn in. Please turn in. Oh, big Boatley Shelby. I say that, it's not the most Boatley car I've ever driven. I mean, it's not too bad. You gotta bear in mind here, there is so much power trying to escape the rear of the car. It does do a fairly good job of being planted on the road. It can use its power quite well. It's the understeer almost that's the kind of bigger problem on the way into some of these corners. The front end isn't turning like the 350R. The back end's going to move, sure, but yeah, it's the lack of front end grip that's really killing it. We'll have to be a little slower. Oh, no. We'll get passed by the 65 Mustang if I'm not careful. I mean, that thing is probably the quickest in a straight line. It's very loud, but of course, it's the quickest in a straight line, but it's horrific through the turns. You've got to bear that one there in mind. The Mustang boss had briefly caught up with the drift car, but wasn't going to be able to make anything happen. We kind of watched, we've sort of been involved in this. We're there or thereabouts. It took me a little bit to get to grips with the car. Once we did, we stopped losing ground to the leaders. Danger Man's had a really big slide. Liam's going to want to try and take that position away. Can Liam do it on the run to the line? No, not quite. Good effort. We get a really big slide as well. We'll fill the air with some smoke. Yeah, okay. First race, 56.7. It's not really got the pace. We've got a similar pace to Danger Man in that one. Glisco's just a smidge faster there. Okay. Okay, interesting. Interestingly, the Hot Wheels Mustang is the least powerful car here. This track's probably not to the strength of the Hot Wheels car, but that may become very, very good in the twisty stuff. Well, it's a start. I guess that's something, at least. We move next to the Lakehurst circuit, where hopefully I can get to grips with the car quicker and be a little closer to the lead fight, but I'm also all the way at the back. Fun times. The Drift Mustang is up in 3rd. Where are the other very quick cars? Okay, well, there's a few of them back with me further down. The other Mustang similar age to mine is in 6th, all these cars, so we'll see. Well, I say we'll see what we can do. We're definitely not the slowest car in the field. Hopefully we can make some progress forwards, not do anything stupid really with the Shelby. As far as, you know, the vehicle goes to drive, it's certainly not bad at all. All things considered, it's a fun addition to the game, there is no doubt about that. It actually starts off in A-class because the tyres aren't great, so it's a huge amount of power for an A-class vehicle. I think it can be quite fast. Oh god, probably not my style of car particularly, but there we go. We've had a good run through these first few corners. Well, that's a really bad place. I'm very sorry to the poor cars that were affected by me popping out of ghost mode. Stevie's having a very big wobble. Let's get slowed down through there. We will take some positions away. We're up into a 7th spot. Okay, so Ollie leads with the GT500. Then it looks like it is Speed Beast with the Hot Wheels car. God, the new GT500 just does not stand a chance. It's just so out-muscled down these straights. Now, this is, of course, a track I say very much, but more suited to the real power machines, so that's perhaps not a surprise. Oh, the outside of Liam there was a choice. It wasn't really where I wanted to go necessarily. We'll throw some smoke around. It's fine. I mean, there's going to be a lot of slidey, twitchy Mustangs going on around here. In fact, now Liam's got a little bit of clean air. I suspect that thing is going to be too quick for me, but we'll have to wait and see. It's really a case of, can we catch Speed Beast with the Hot Wheels Mustang? That's probably the main sort of vehicle that I'm trying to chase down. I don't think I've got an answer for Longbow or Liam. Possibly if we're really super fast down here, we might be able to get Liam. Because all the gap that Liam makes, we reel back in down towards turn 1. But I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to find a way past as such. Ooh, not if I hit the fence. Oh, no, if I missed the checkpoint. Oh, we beansed it. I just got it a little bit wrong through there. I'll get my car out of the way. That's why you'll sort of continue driving. Oh, is just to keep it clear. I don't want to park it in the middle of the road. Oh, god damn it. That's a silly checkpoint. That's the thing with cars like these, is little mistakes you are going to be punished for. And I think I just mispositioned the car through all of that, and it just got the better of me. Oh dear. Okay, well, we've got to try and do a little bit of a recovery drive if we can. Can we get anywhere up the leaderboard? Hopefully we can do something. Definitely not the fastest car here, but it wasn't... Okay, it's going to be about the same place as it was before, I should think. Not the fastest in the world, but slight, 4th, 5th kind of position car. What is Angus in? It's the RTR Mustang, maybe? I don't know. We got a lot more straight line speed than it, having a wobble down the straight. That looks like a handful through these corners. I will take that position. Thank you very much. Can we chase after the classics? Oh, that's a lot of sliding. Got the Mach 1 up ahead. So where we're going to catch the classic cars is with our handling, which is odd to say in some regards when I'm driving this thing that is all over the place. But yeah, we'll make up lap time in the twisty section. They will outrun us. Angus's car is horrific by the looks of it. Alright, let's try and get slowed down. Speedbeast is still holding on to 3rd with the Hot Wheels car. Oh, we're just going to run out of laps, I think. If we missed a checkpoint at the start of the race, that would have been better. Here, we're just not going to have the laps. I thought I saw somebody crashed on the map towards the start-finish line. No, it's fine. Didn't. Yeah, nothing to see there. Can we catch Stevie by the end of the race? That's the goal now. Take as much speed as I dare through. I mean, I've got nothing to lose at this point. I might as well just throw the car at the course and see what happens. We're closing in. It's a really big group of cars. It'll be a fun battle to be a part of. I'm just going to be a lap or two short, really. So this is where L-Plate, Stevie, all of those cars are going to have it. You can see how much they're struggling. L-Plate, I think, was sideways the whole way through that. We get L-Plate still sideways. I'm not sure the Fox body has gone in a straight line at any point down here. Can I do anything about getting past these cars? They have more power than me, but I will have better traction. Can I use my 1,000 horsepower better than these? It's a drag race towards the line. We've got more speed than the Mach 1, but not enough to beat L-Plate, unfortunately. Oh, damn, we do like 180 before we get to turn 1. Okay, we'd be on the brakes slightly before the start-finish line if we were completing the lap. God damn. I don't think we quite had the pace to really fight. I don't think we had the pace to quite fight at the front. Again, we're talking sort of 4th, 5th place car in this one. We recovered to 10th. I guess that's something. Silly mistake by me. So we head next to the Lakehurst Cop circuit. I don't know if I'm going to be any good around here. I think we're going to probably be a similar story. Ooh, we're quite a long way back in the pack there. I guess that's and Ollie's very quick GT500 starts on pole. We might be able to make up some place. As I said, I'm kind of just hoping for the towards the front of the pack. We will see. We'll see what we can do. Try not to miss any checkpoints. That would be the important thing. Oh, there goes the classic car wiggle. Stevie, don't miss turn 1. Checkpoint. I actually braked way too early for that one. Although, I say that, someone then did miss the checkpoint anyway, so I guess maybe playing it a little bit safer wasn't the worst idea in the world. We are going to get onto this back straight now. Longbow's car may come breezing past if we can get in a straight line. We are going to... I mean, we've got so much speed here. It's maybe a little ambitious for the move on Liam. This has got even more speed, but that 65 has got no grip in comparison. We're going to have a lot of speed momentum towards this next corner, but I'm not going to have the grip to do anything about Liam, so we're going to fall back into line. Ollie is gone at the front. No one is catching that car. Speedy's hit the tyre on the end of the wall there, and he's going to lose out to Liam, and will probably lose out to me towards the start-finish line in turn 1. 700 horsepower is just not enough to cut it in this field, it seems. Although I get quite a lot of understeer. I'm going to have a lift and sort of gather my car up before we go for anything silly. Speed Beast, that's the last thing needed, getting held up behind the fastback. Where is Longbow with the drift car? I think that's the drift car. I can't remember. There's so many slight variants of Mustang, especially when it comes to the drift cars and the RTRs and all that sort of stuff. I can't remember which one's which. There goes the move on Speed Beast's car. Can we get a move done on the fastback? No. Although we can probably get to the inside here. A little bit of leaning on you, not quite intentional through there. We might have to try to go around the outside. My hope is no. Ewan goes very late on the brakes. We're going to try to cut back underneath. Now we're all going to get bunched together, and Speed Beast is going to get the lot of us as we squabble over positions. I just didn't quite get I didn't quite get past Ewan correctly there. The fastback is really struggling. Oh, but I can't just use straight line speed here to breeze past it. Longbow, is going to try and use straight line speed to breeze past me. Oh, okay. Did not intend to battle. These things are so difficult to try and drive side by side down there. Should maybe have lifted. Didn't really want to, but yeah, should maybe have lifted earlier in that one. We might actually be able to fight back because I don't think we have a little bit more control than that white car. We have a bit more control in some places than the white car. As I say that, I'm not actually on the road when I go to put the power down, although now Longbow's not on the road. All of the track and a little bit more is being used currently. Oh, no. That's going to be some rocks. Ugh. Christ. This is taking all of the concentration and more to try and keep the car, oh god, on the track. Right, there's a corner coming up. We just get around that one. I've got a really itchy eye as well. It's not going to help for this next section. Do we have time to just itch? There we go, that's better. Alright, Ewan is in a bad place. Longbow's hit the wall. I've got boxed in. Gliska's somewhere. I don't quite know. Oh, Gliska's just fallen back. Ewan's going to run wide. We are past. And we are up into a 5th position. Now, Speedy's got back past by virtue of the handling of the Hot Wheels car. I do think my vehicle is faster. We just got unlucky with positioning. If they fight each other, can I catch them? I don't know. I think it's ambitious. I'm not really good enough with this sort of car. Whether my car is capable or not, I'm not sure. I certainly know that this is not my normal sort of race machine, and I'm not good enough with it, perhaps, to extract the absolute most. I definitely don't think it is the quickest car. The next quickest car here. But yeah, not helped by me just being inexperienced with this kind of machinery. Come on, Shelby, we can do this. We've got a lap to try and fend off Longbow and chase down maybe one of the cars ahead. It's ambitious, but you never know. If we're going to do it, I mean, if we get both of them, it'll be a podium for us. I just don't think we're going to be able to. Oh, it's more likely Longbow's going to get past us. Danger Man slips and slides coming onto this back straight. Now, this is the problem bit, is that we can draw alongside Danger Man here. Oh, well, Danger Man's going to have to yield because that car is not good enough handling, but then neither am I really through there. We just get a whole armful of understeer. Longbow's had a problem somewhere. Don't know what went on with Longbow's vehicle in that first section. We've gone wide through all of that. It's not a great run. We're not going to be close enough to do anything about Speed Beasts. Are we far enough away from Danger Man that we don't get past by the finish line? That is a good question. We might not quite be, although there is a corner here towards the finish line. Oh, we just throw it at the line. Don't care if it crashes afterwards. Doesn't matter, not important. Whew. God, just look at the top two. 58.7, 59.6, and then there's a big jump. 101.5. We were at 101.4. We did have the third fastest lap. Yeah, as I said, I think if we'd stayed ahead, if we'd got clear, I think it was Ewan's car in the end, if we got clear of that, I think we could have stayed ahead of the Hot Wheels car for a third place there. Certainly can't match the top two. It is definitely hard work driving this thing. Now, for the final race with this selection of Mustangs, we head to a street circuit in the pouring rain because I figured we'd be mean. This is not going to be easy at all to get these vehicles around here. The Hot Wheels Mustang I would expect to be fast, the much more modern, but basically the more modern the Mustang, the faster it's probably going to be. I might struggle, although not going to struggle as much as the classic cars, shall we say. I mean, this circuit, as far as defending goes, it is very plausible to defend for a while around this track. It's one of the easier, I say easier in relative terms, circuits to defend at, provided you've got some traction. We find ourselves in the lead, might be nice. We've got to be really mindful of sliding the cars. That's going to be the problem part, if you like. You're going to just lose a lot of time sliding the vehicles around. Ollie is already up to second. I just don't... Whoa! Come on now. Behave yourself, Shelby. I just don't think I've got an answer to the GT500. It just seems I don't quite know how it's ended up in such a manner. You would expect this to be the better option of the two cars. However, it definitely seems like that has just got more grip. It's just better through these corners than me, and then matches down the straights, or faster down the straights. I don't actually know, not really had a direct comparison. Right, we lead the way on this. Oh, come on. I just cannot get turned in to these corners. Oh, I try to kind of almost preempt the understeer and turn in a little bit too soon, or yeah, I don't think I have the handling to battle with that. Liam is up into third place in the GT350. We get off of the hairpin quite nicely. Okay, it does look like we have at least got the straight line speed, unless Ollie ran wide and hit the what's it called, the street furniture. That's the thing on the exit. That would shrug off some of the speed there. Come on, Shelby. We can try and get through these next couple of corners without doing anything too crazy. I hope. A little bit of a slide from my car. We're further away this time. Now, if Ollie and Liam get distracted fighting, I might not be the fastest car here, but I might be the luckiest car that finds itself in the right place at the right time. I'm not sure about that, but we will probably still have to defend from whoever comes out of a victor of that battle for second. It's this section here is where we really struggle. Okay, make sure we get the hairpin right. Make sure we get through the hairpin and then focus on getting a good exit. If we get off the hairpin well, I think we're going to be difficult to pass. We get off the hairpin well, but it's not well enough to pull a gap. Yeah, this is where we come under real serious pressure. It's defensive driving now for me here. It's going to have to be. That pink car is looking, but you're not going to find a way past here. That's a near impossible corner to overtake on with lower class cars. Not impossible. It is very, very difficult. In these, that's just not going to happen. It's just not going to end well doing that one. We barrel down towards turn one once more. 2 more laps to go. Can I fend off through here? I don't know. We are up the hill nicely enough. Pink car's going to go to the outside. Try not to leave it. I just couldn't get it across to shut the door. We might still get the run on the exit, though. We do just... That was very aggressive defending by me. Now, we're pretty much on the limit of... I say fairness, really, on the defence. That's just the front end of that car is getting into these corners. I'm just fast enough off that at the moment we are clinging on. Oh, and it hit the railing and lost a whole heap of speed. Will it get... Oh, they're going to try to go around the outside at the final corner. Can it get past? It's going to be the outside at turn 1 as well here. Might be able to do it. If anything can, that's the car that is going to be able to do it. But it can't, because it can't quite match the 1000 for the traction. We keep hold of the lead for now. Liam is right here in the battle. Now, is the pink car going to cut underneath? It wants to. It's looking, but it's not quite there. We spin the tyres up this time around, though it has got a good enough run. We might have lost it. I think we have. I don't think I've got an answer to it coming down here. There's nothing that we can do. In fact, it's now brightening up in terms of the weather. That thing is quick. I fought it as much as I possibly could. I don't think there's anything more I could have done in terms of defence there. In the end, that car is just too good. We didn't get off the hairpin well enough on this final lap. We'll hold on to second. It's the best we've done. The 1000 horsepower Shelby fighting around a street circuit in the rain is the best that it would do. Yeah, it was helped by a good spot on the grid. Although by the looks of it, we were third fastest in all. I'm surprised the Hot Wheels Mustang wasn't quicker. That's just nowhere. I don't know if the rain was worse for it. It seems odd to me that was completely nowhere. I can understand, some of the vehicles having trouble the Drift Mustang, Longbows Drift Mustang, for example, having issues and everything. But here we go. Oh, that was a tough race. That was a tough race. The best race of the lot for me, though. Yeah, the Shelby 1000 is a fun addition to the game. There's a lot of Mustangs, as we have seen. There's an awful lot of Mustangs to choose from. Building up to S1 class makes for some manic racing, that is for sure. By the looks of it, the best of the lot is actually the older, let's say the slightly older GT500. I think it's 2013 GT500. It is actually better into this class than the 1000 and than just about everything else, to be honest. 1000's not too bad. Fun thing to have, wacky, huge amounts of power in this, which is always good fun, but you're actually probably a little bit better off with the normal GT500. Sure, that's a thing. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.